Let me tell you the secret that separates the powerful from the powerless. It's not money, it's not connections, it's not even talent. It's energy. Everything you want to achieve, everything you want to become, everything you want to experience, all of it requires energy. And most people are walking around completely depleted, wondering why nothing works. You wake up tired, you drag through the day, you collapse at night, and you repeat this cycle until you die. This is not living. This is surviving. This is existing at the minimum threshold of energy required to function. And from this depleted state, you expect to build an empire, you expect to achieve greatness, you expect to live an extraordinary life. Impossible. Energy is the currency of life. Not money. Money is just paper. But energy is the fuel that powers everything. Your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, your relationships, your work, your health. Your entire existence runs on energy. And when your energy is low, everything suffers. Everything. But here's what most people don't understand. Energy is not something you have or don't have. Energy is something you manage. It can be generated, it can be conserved, it can be directed, it can be multiplied. And when you master your energy, you master your life. Because with abundant energy, anything is possible. Without it, everything is impossible. Now let me be clear. I'm not talking about caffeine-fueled fake energy. I'm not talking about pushing through exhaustion. I'm not talking about burning yourself out for temporary results. I'm talking about genuine, sustainable, abundant energy that allows you to operate at peak performance consistently, day after day, year after year. This kind of energy mastery requires understanding and implementing 6 fundamental principles. Each principle either generates energy, conserves energy, or directs energy toward what matters. And when all 6 are working together, you become unstoppable. Because you're no longer operating from depletion. You're operating from abundance. The first principle, energy is finite. You do not have unlimited energy. You have a daily budget, just like money. And just like money, if you spend it all on nonsense, you have nothing left for what matters. Most people treat energy like it's infinite. They waste it on drama, on worry, on toxic people, on meaningless activities, on mental chaos, on emotional reactivity. And then they wonder why they have no energy left for their goals, their health, their relationships, their dreams. But the man who masters his life treats energy like a billionaire treats money. Every expenditure is evaluated. Every investment is strategic. Every waste is eliminated. He asks constantly, is this worth my energy? Does this deserve my life force? Will this drain me or fuel me? You have approximately 16 waking hours per day. Each hour contains a certain amount of energy. Some activities generate energy. Some conserve it. Most waste it. Your job is to eliminate the waste and maximize the generation. Here's what drains energy without return. Toxic people and relationships, unnecessary drama and conflict, complaining and negativity, multitasking and context switching, saying yes when you mean no, carrying grudges and resentment, worrying about things you cannot control, living in past regrets or future anxieties. Here's what generates energy: deep, quality sleep, proper nutrition, strategic movement and exercise, meaningful work, aligned with purpose, uplifting relationships, time in nature, spiritual or meditative practice, creative expression, learning and growth. Look at your typical day. Track your energy. When does it spike? When does it crash? What activities energize you? What activities drain you? This awareness is the first step to energy mastery. Then make the ruthless cuts. Eliminate energy drains. Remove toxic people. Stop engaging in drama. Quit activities that deplete you. Say no to everything that isn't a clear yes. Your energy is precious. Treat it that way. The second principle, sleep is non-negotiable. This is the foundation of all energy. Without proper sleep, everything else fails. Your cognitive function declines. Your emotional regulation deteriorates. Your physical recovery suffers. Your energy plummets. And no amount of coffee or willpower can compensate for chronic sleep deprivation. Most people sacrifice sleep for productivity. They stay up late working. They wake up early grinding. They brag about sleeping 4 hours. And they call this dedication. But it's not dedication. It's stupidity. Because sleep-deprived productivity is not real productivity. It's frantic, inefficient, low-quality activity that produces mediocre results. The man who masters energy prioritizes sleep like his life depends on it, because it does. Sleep is when your body repairs, your brain consolidates learning, your energy reserves replenish, your immune system strengthens. Sleep is not a luxury. It's a biological necessity. Here's the truth. You need 7-9 hours of quality sleep every night. Not sometimes, always. This is not negotiable. Your body doesn't care about your deadlines. Your brain doesn't care about your ambitions. Without adequate sleep, you're operating at reduced capacity, period. But quality matters as much as quantity. You can be in bed for 8 hours and get terrible sleep. Here's how to optimize. Here's what creates sustained energy. Protein builds and repairs tissue, stabilizes blood sugar, sustains energy. Every meal should include quality protein, healthy fats, provides long-lasting energy, supports hormone production, reduces inflammation, avocados, olive oil, nuts, fatty fish. Complex carbohydrates provide steady energy without crashes. Vegetables, fruits, whole grains, legumes, hydration. Even mild dehydration tanks energy. Drink water constantly throughout the day. Here's what destroys energy. Refined sugar causes energy spikes followed by crashes, creates inflammation, damages metabolic health. Processed foods depletes nutrients while adding toxins. Your body wastes energy trying to process garbage. Inflammatory foods creates internal stress that drains energy. Common culprits: excess alcohol, fried foods, vegetable oils, overeating. Digestion is energy intensive. Overeating diverts massive energy to digestion, leaving you sluggish. Here's the simple framework. Eat whole, unprocessed foods. Prioritize protein and vegetables. Include healthy fats. Minimize sugar and processed carbs. Stay hydrated. Don't overeat. Stop at 80% full. Time your meals strategically. Avoid heavy meals before important work. Most people eat unconsciously. They grab whatever is convenient. They eat based on cravings. They use food for emotional regulation, and their energy pays the price. But when you eat consciously, strategically, to optimize energy, everything changes. Your mind becomes sharper. Your body becomes lighter. Your energy becomes abundant. Food is medicine. Use it that way. The fourth principle: movement generates energy. This seems counterintuitive. You'd think movement expends energy, and it does. But it also generates far more than it consumes. A body in motion creates energy. A body at rest depletes energy. Most people think they're too tired to exercise. The truth is, they're tired because they don't exercise. Sedentary living creates fatigue. Movement creates vitality. This is biology, not opinion. The man who masters energy moves his body daily, not because he's trying to lose weight or look good, because movement is an energy generation tool. It improves circulation, oxygenates cells, releases endorphins, clears mental fog, reduces stress, improves sleep. Every system benefits from movement. You don't need to become an athlete. You just need to move. Here's the minimum effective dose. Daily walking, 60 minutes, preferably outside in nature. This alone transforms energy levels. Strength training, 3 times per week, builds metabolic health, improves hormones, increases resilience. High-intensity intervals, 1, 2 times per week. Cardiovascular adaptation, mental toughness, metabolic boost. Flexibility and mobility, daily stretching or yoga. Prevents injury, reduces tension, improves recovery. The key is consistency, not intensity. Daily moderate movement beats occasional intense workouts. Build movement into your life. Take the stairs. Walk during calls. Stand instead of sit when possible. Stretch throughout the day. Take movement breaks every hour. Most people sit. 2 hours per day. This is metabolic suicide. Your body was designed to move. When you honor this design, energy flows. When you violate it, energy stagnates. Move your body every single day, not as punishment, as energy generation, as life enhancement, as the biological requirement that it is. The 5th principle, mental energy management. Your brain consumes 20% of your total energy despite being only 2% of your body weight. Mental work is energy intensive, and most people drain mental energy unnecessarily through poor cognitive habits. Decision fatigue, constant context switching, information overload, mental clutter, worry and rumination. These drain mental energy faster than anything else. And once mental energy is depleted, everything suffers. Your judgment, your creativity, your productivity, your emotional regulation. The man who masters energy protects his mental energy ferociously. He structures his life to minimize unnecessary mental expenditure and maximize mental clarity. Reduce decisions. Automate recurring decisions. Same breakfast, same workout time, same work routine. Create systems and habits that eliminate decision points. Save decision-making energy for decisions that matter. Eliminate context switching. Deep work in blocks. 9-0. 1-2-0 minutes of focused single tasking. Turn off notifications. Batch similar tasks together. One thing at a time, done completely before moving to the next. Manage information. Strict information diet. Limit news, social media, random browsing. Consume information intentionally, not reactively. Stop mindlessly scrolling. Read books. Not headlines, clear mental clutter. Brain dump, daily. Write down everything on your mind. Use external systems, calendars, task managers, notes, instead of trying to remember everything. Weekly review to process and organize. Meditation to clear mental noise. Stop rumination. Worrying doesn't solve problems. Action does. If you can't, let it go. Practice returning to the present moment. Journal to process emotions instead of looping them mentally. Your mental energy is your most valuable resource. Protect it. Structure your environment to preserve it. Design your day to optimize it. And watch how much more you can accomplish with a clear, energized mind. The 6th principle, emotional energy mastery. Emotions are energy. Positive emotions generate energy. Negative emotions drain it. And most people leak massive amounts of energy through unmanaged emotional states. Anger, resentment, anxiety, fear, jealousy. These are energy vampires. They consume enormous amounts of life force while producing zero value. And most people indulge these emotions unconsciously, hemorrhaging energy daily. The man who masters energy masters his emotional state. He doesn't suppress emotions, but he doesn't indulge destructive ones either. He feels fully, processes consciously, and releases what doesn't serve. Energy-draining emotions, resentment and grudges, constant background drain, chronic worry and anxiety, future-focused energy waste, regret and guilt, past-focused energy waste, envy and comparison, external-focused energy waste, victim mentality, powerlessness that depletes, energy-generating emotions, gratitude, immediate energy boost, shifts perspective, joy and enthusiasm, natural high-energy states, love and compassion, open, expansive, energizing curiosity and wonder, engaging, motivating, purpose and meaning, sustained energy through direction. The practice is simple but not easy. 1. Awareness. Notice your emotional state throughout the day. 2. Choice. Recognize you can choose your emotional response. 3. Shift. When you catch yourself in draining emotions, shift deliberately. 4. Practice generate energizing emotions intentionally. Daily emotional energy practices. Gratitude journaling, morning and evening. Forgiveness practice. Release resentments weekly. Joy cultivation. Do things that genuinely make you happy. Connection. Meaningful time with people who energize you. Purpose reminder. Reconnect with why you do what you do. Your emotional state is your energy state. Master one, master the other. And remember, you cannot control what happens, but you can always control how you respond. And your response determines your energy level. Now let me tell you the complete truth. Energy mastery is life mastery, because everything flows from energy. Without energy, you cannot think clearly. You cannot act decisively. You cannot persist through difficulty. You cannot build anything meaningful. You're just surviving. But with abundant energy, everything becomes possible. You think sharper, you act faster, you persist longer, you create more, you enjoy deeper, you live fuller. Energy is the foundation upon which everything else is built. Most people never master their energy. They live in perpetual depletion. They accept fatigue as normal. They rely on stimulants to function, and they wonder why life feels hard. It's hard because you're trying to live with no fuel. You're trying to run a marathon on an empty tank. But you can be different. You can master your energy. You can live from abundance instead of depletion. And when you do, your entire life transforms. Not because circumstances change, but because you have the energy to create the circumstances you want. Here's your energy mastery action plan. Immediate. This week. Track your energy levels hourly for 7 days. Identify your top 3 energy drains and eliminate them. Establish a consistent sleep schedule. Remove 1 processed food from your diet. Add 30 minutes of daily walking. Short term, this month. Optimize your sleep environment completely. Design meals around energy optimization. Establish a movement routine. Strength plus cardio plus flexibility. Implement deep work blocks with no distractions. Start daily gratitude and brain dump practices ongoing, forever. Treat energy as your most valuable resource. Constantly eliminate energy drains. Continuously optimize energy generation. Never sacrifice sleep, nutrition, or movement for anything. Live from energy abundance, not depletion. This is not a quick fix. This is a lifestyle redesign. This is treating your life like the precious, finite resource it is. This is honoring your body, mind, and spirit by giving them the energy they need to function optimally. Let me tell you one final truth. You cannot achieve greatness from a depleted state. Impossible. Every person who has ever built something extraordinary operated from energy abundance. They had the fuel to think big, act boldly, persist endlessly, and create magnificently. And you have the same potential, the same hours in the day, the same basic biology. What you don't have is their energy management. They mastered it. You haven't. Yet. But now you know the 6 principles: sleep, nutrition, movement, mental energy, emotional energy, and the foundation, treating energy as the finite, precious resource it is. Implement these principles, not perfectly, but consistently, and watch your energy transform. And as your energy transforms, watch your life transform. Because when you master your energy, you master your life. You have one body, one mind, one life, one energy tank. Manage it like the irreplaceable resource it is, because it is. Master your energy, master your life. The two are inseparable. Now go. Optimize your sleep. Fuel your body. Move daily. Protect your mental energy. Master your emotions. And live from the abundance that is your birthright. Your energy determines your destiny. Choose wisely.